In 2021, the ranking of China's energy drink industry has changed. In terms of tonnage, Dongpeng surpassed Red Bull for the first time to become the #1 energy drink brand in China. In 2022, Dongpeng Beverages will achieve an operating income of 8.505 billion yuan. According to Nielsen data, Dongpeng sales in China's energy drink market accounted for 26.62% of the total, ranking second. The proportion of sales volume increased from 31.7% to 36.7%, maintaining the first place. When it comes to Dongpeng, people always think of the topic that its bottle caps are used as ashtrays by truck drivers, or the slogan when you are tired or sleepy, drink Dongpeng's special drink that you like to talk about. It seems that Dongpeng, the success of the company, is more of a marketing success. However, Dongpeng has achieved today's achievements because of one critical factor, and that is digitalization. At present, all FMCG companies are concerned about the issue of digitalization, but there are only a handful of them that have really done a good job. Dongpeng's digital practice has become an industry benchmark. However, most of the media's understanding of Dongpeng's digitization is on technical operations such as one item, one code, and one yuan enjoyment, and few articles have systematically interpreted and analyzed it in depth. The Institute of New Distribution Digitalization conducts in-depth research on Dongpeng's digitalization cases, and compiles the core content into a document. What is the starting point of Dongpeng's digitization? How to increase the scanning code participation rate? Why expand from the consumer C side to the store B side? How to realize BC integration and finally open up the channel link of manufacturers, dealers, stores, consumers. Through the answers to the above questions, we will analyze at the end of the article, what obstacles exist in the digitalization of marketing and channels of FMCG enterprises. What is the inspiration and reference significance of Dongpeng's practical experience for the industry? If you are an industry practitioner and interested in digitization, read it patiently. I believe it will inspire you. Dongpeng's digitalization is explored. Now many fast-moving consumer goods companies have digital planning departments, and they will study Dongpeng as a case study. Why is Dongpeng's digitization ahead? As of 2023, Dongpeng has more than 2,000 dealers, directly connected to 2.8 million plus terminals, and has 160 million duplicate scanning code consumers, and has basically realized the opening of F2B2B2C channel links. Dongpeng provided a good practical case, which can be used as a reference for planning. But looking back at Dongpeng's digitalization process, it was actually explored step by step. The starting point of Dongpeng's digitalization comes from a sentence: we need to find a safe and effective promotional method to reach consumers. Before 2015, Dongpeng was doing a promotional activity of one more bottle. At that time, many brands were doing it. Everyone encountered the same problem, that is, serious fraud and heavy losses, and Dongpeng was no exception. In this case, many brands stopped. But the boss of Dongpeng said that we need to find a safe and effective promotional method to reach consumers. Not long after the WeChat Red Envelope came out, the Dongpeng team thought, can the benefits be given to consumers through the WeChat Red Envelope? In May 2015, Dongpeng launched a QR code marketing campaign based on WeChat Red Envelopes. This is the starting point of Dongpeng's digitalization. Dongpeng sales were almost 800 million that year. The low scanning rate of QR code marketing is a common problem in the industry. Dongpeng just started at that time, and the problems it faced were even more serious. Consumers didn't know about it at all, and they didn't have this habit. How did Dongpeng do it? In fact, Dongpeng has certain advantages in terms of timing. In 2015, the technical conditions for QR code marketing have been met, and consumers have a fresh feeling for scanning codes to win red envelopes. The problem is how to promote it at the beginning and make them willing to continue to participate. A few points are important. First, online and offline integration, in-depth education. In 2016, Dongpeng has been doing marketing activities around scan code to win red envelopes throughout the year. For example, it has made a series of promotional materials for offline consumer interaction, and the online media advertisements will also promote this theme at the beginning. Second, Dongpeng's red envelope activities must be authentic. The word award written on Dongpeng's bottle cap must have a red envelope, and if there is no award, write no award. This is very counterintuitive, but Dongpeng thinks it is correct. Many brands will set a certain winning rate, thinking that they can get a higher scanning rate with a certain investment. However, the actual situation is that the consumer won't get a reward after scanning once or twice. Will he be interested in scanning again next time? Dongpeng's truth lets consumers know that Dongpeng will not lie to him, so he is willing to scan Dongpeng. There is another one. Dongpeng has been iterating the red envelope gameplay. For example, the second bottle is half price. After the consumer scans the code, scan another bottle within 24 hours to get a red envelope. Through data analysis, we can know which new consumers are brought by red envelopes. Another example is targeted awards, detonating the local market. It is manually placed in the factory store at a fixed point. When the salesperson patrols the store, they bring a bottle and stuff it in the freezer of the small store. At noon, the workers buy it and scan the code, and they will definitely win. The scene is very hot. Stores that usually sell a dozen or 20 boxes can sell hundreds of boxes that month. From 2015 to 2018, Dongpeng has been doing C-side scanning code marketing activities. BC linkage, push backlink to get through. Why does Dongpeng's digital marketing expand from consumer C to store B? Now many brands are doing QR code marketing for C-end, but it is only as a way of new product promotion or product promotion. There are two important roles in the channel link, Dealer B and Terminal Small b, which have not been touched. In 2018, Dongpeng started to carry out activities for the Terminal Small b, which actually originated from the dealer's request. At that time, many dealers said, "Can we also send red envelopes to our customers, Terminal Small b?" So after the bottle cap code, Dongpeng launched the box code. After the terminal boss receives the goods, he opens the box and scans the code to get a red envelope. One box can give 5 yuan, 8 yuan, or even dozens of red envelopes. But the project was not very successful. Encountered a problem. For example, the store owner usually puts in 3 boxes and 5 boxes, but when there is an event, he puts in 30 boxes, and the red envelopes are collected first, and the goods are slowly sold. After the force is reduced, they reduce the code and put it in the drawer, and wait until the force is active before scanning. This defeats the original purpose of the activity. Giving red envelopes to terminals is to let them buy more, but in the end the goods will be sold to consumers. This method only promotes selling and does not encourage selling. In this form, the activities of the small B terminal and the C terminal are separated. How to realize the integration of B and C and realize the linkage of distribution and dynamic sales. 1 yuan enjoyment played a key role. 1 yuan enjoyment is well known in the industry, that is, consumers give the store owner 1 yuan and take away a bottle of drink, and then the store owner writes it off to the manufacturer. The logic is simple, but the actual operation is not easy. Dongpeng also iterated through trial and error. The Yuan Lexion launched by Dongpeng in 2019 is called Bottle Cap Recycling version. What's the meaning? That is, the store owner has to collect the bottle caps of Yuan Lexion, and then pass through distributors and dealers step by step, and send them back to the factory for destruction. Later, Dongpeng tried a way to realize the destruction at the dealer's end, but the efficiency was very low, and the problem of counterfeiting was still unavoidable. In 2020, Dongpeng launched the merchant verification version to achieve no recycling. The consumer gives 1 yuan and the cover to the store owner, who scans the code to get the verification coupon, and then goes upstream to help the store owner write it off. In order to do this, Dongpeng launched a new merchant membership system, and all the merchant registration information accumulated in the previous B and red envelopes was overthrown and restarted. For this reason, Dongpeng specially produced a promotional video, trained salesmen, and asked them to guide the store owner to do it. Why is the store owner willing to join the merchant membership system? First, register the new merchant membership system, so that he can scan the red envelope of the box code. Second, he gets 1 yuan for nothing in 1 yuan enjoyment. He also gets extra red envelopes for consumers to write off through the system. Third, he needs to go through the system to find the upstream to write off. Merchants scan the box code to get a red envelope, and scan the cover code to get a verification coupon. The merchant membership system associates the box code with the cover code. Why is the upstream willing to write off the store? Because every level has incentives. 24 coupons from the store were given to the postman, distributor, in exchange for a box of goods. The postman only needs to give the dealer 23 coupons, and the dealer can give Dongpeng 22 coupons, to encourage dealers in the early stage, and to cancel later. In this way, Dongpeng quickly acquired millions of real and effective terminal registered members. Up to now, there are 2.8 million members, and about 40,000 postmen have also registered into the system. The merchant verification version of Yuan Lexiang not only improves efficiency and solves the problem of counterfeiting, but also realizes the bottle box association, which makes BC linked, and at the same time reverses the realization from C to B the link is opened. Channel cost is the starting point of digitization. What is the difference between Dongpeng's steps to open up channel links and other manufacturers' ideas? Now many manufacturers are thinking about how to open up the F2B2B2C channel link. Their thinking is positive, from distributors to terminals to consumers, but Dongpeng's practice is just the opposite. Among them, the cost to consumers and terminals is the key starting point. But in fact, the red envelopes given to consumers and terminals are only part of the cost. For any manufacturer, channel costs, including display fees and gifts, are huge. Integrating them can be regarded as truly digitizing the channel. Therefore, based on the previous results, Dongpeng has done a lot of work one after another, such as self-built SFA and DMS systems, promoter management systems, intelligent freezer management systems, etc. Terminal work. For example, the SFA system that Dongpeng used before could not meet the requirements, and finally decided to develop it by itself, based on actual scenarios and business needs. Traditional fee approvals, such as display fees, gifts, etc., are reviewed step by step, which is not only time-consuming, but also opaque. Dongpeng's SFA execution is connected with the terminal merchant's small program, and the traditional fee approval is solved by digital means. The salesman is responsible for the display fee of the terminal store. If he meets the standards, he operates on the SFA, and the store owner's system will generate coupons. Then the postman goes to write off the coupon to him again, which is the same as the way to write off promotional coupons. Dongpeng realizes the direct investment of expenses through digital means, including promotional red envelopes, display expenses, gifts, and so on. Supported by data, quantifiable and analyzable, Dongpeng's cost allocation can be more accurate and effective, greatly improving the cost ratio. In addition to direct investment of fees, what value has been brought by opening up channel links? By associating the inner code in the box with the inner code in the cover, it is easy to realize the 5-code association, stacking, outside the box, inside the box, outside the cover, and inside the cover, and complete the opening of the channel link, which has a lot of value. For example, channel inventory and age control. In the traditional way, enterprises want to know the channel inventory. What should they do? Let the business personnel do the statistics. The dealers are okay, at least they can give you the figures, but the actual deviation is very large. Further down the dealership, distributors, and terminal stores, it is impossible to obtain it. As long as the terminal store opens the box and scans the QR code, Dongpeng will have the information about when the box of goods went out through which dealer, which terminal it arrived at, and how long it will take to sell it. Although scanning the QR code does not mean selling, it is very close. Dongpeng will deliver the goods to distributors and scan the code at the terminal store. The intermediate link is set as channel inventory. This data is fed back in real time. Through it, Dongpeng can know the status of inventory in different regions and different dealer channels, which ones are selling fast and which ones are selling slowly, so as to control delivery and allow corresponding businesses to speed up sales. Also, the control of cross-selling. Because the shipment to the dealer is certain, he sells in the area he is responsible for, and the terminal store scans the code to get the normal red envelopes. If it is cross-regional, the red envelopes obtained by scanning the code at the terminal will be greatly reduced, or there will be no red envelopes. This reduces the room for profit from the flow of goods. Besides that, there are many other values. For example, when doing research on terminal store owners, as long as a questionnaire pops up and you get a verification coupon after filling it out, everyone is happy to do it. Dongpeng can obtain real feedback from 300,000 terminals through 300,000 bottles of beverages, which is impossible to achieve with traditional research methods. For another example, Dongpeng's consumer interaction platform has accumulated a large number of consumer users. Through big data analysis in cooperation with Tencent, Dongpeng's consumer group portraits can be clearly known. At the same time, it is also a huge traffic portal, which may exceed a local TV station, so that cross-industry cooperation can be launched. Barriers to digitization, and the path to it. Many companies say they want to open up channel links, and some even invest a lot of resources and energy in doing so, but the effect is not very satisfactory. Why can Dongpeng make it, or what are the common obstacles in all enterprises? The key to the success of Dongpeng's digitalization is the support of the boss. There is no doubt that digitalization is the top project. The boss personally leads the digital project steering committee, and all relevant departments participate, including finance, human resources, supply chain and so on. For many companies, this is very difficult to achieve. Departmental walls are a huge obstacle in the process of enterprise digitization. For many enterprises, no matter it is initiated by the IT department, the sales department or the brand department, the single-level promotion is full of obstacles. Digitization involves many departments, and each department has its own ideas and interests, and has done a lot of work, but maybe because of a word from the finance department or an opinion from the quality assurance department, it cannot be promoted. In addition to the problem of department walls, it is also very important to allow trial and error, which requires companies to be patient. Dongpeng's digitalization has taken 5 to 8 years. Based on its own experience, Dongpeng hopes to help companies shorten the time to 2 to 3 years, but this is still a long time for many companies. Because although the bosses of many companies have this awareness and are determined to promote digitalization, they are actually professional managers. As a result, the company's fault tolerance is very low, and it will not see results in the short term, and everyone will lose patience. The problem for many enterprises now is that there is no systematic digital planning and path. Even if there is, it is difficult to implement effectively because of the obstacles just mentioned. This has led to a status quo that when it comes to digitalization, it is all about strategy, but in fact, digitalization is mainly in 2 parts. One is a short-term marketing campaign initiated by the brand or the sales side, which is to promote new products or promote products through QR code marketing. One is to positively push down dealers to use their systems and strengthen SFA operations to manage salesmen. This is far from true digitization. In addition to internal issues, external service providers are also an important factor. Now there are many digital service providers, but most of them provide block services. If they are all lumpy and fragmented, and aim to achieve a certain short-term appeal, it will be very difficult. Qualified service providers are very important. They can not only solve the problems of specific modules, but also have the ability of long-term perspective and system planning. Assuming that there are no problems with internal organizations and external service providers, what is the idea of realizing digitalization? Must it be from C to B? The gross profit of Dongpeng Special Drink is very good. It is a big single product. What about other categories? Category is a dimension, but the core is cost. No matter which fast-moving consumer goods, the cost is a lot. Dongpeng started from the C end, which was actually the choice at that point in time and at that stage of development. When the brand is relatively weak, you can consider benefiting consumers. The brand power is already good, or the cost is not so high, you can consider starting with a small B. Where to start depends on the specific situation. For example, in the catering channel, you can start from the point of promoters, and the scene of promoters, do it well, enlarge it, and extend it. FMCG is huge, and there are too many subdivided industries. Each industry must have its pain points, or scenario problems solved by digitalization. Start from a point, open up small closed loops, and then realize a large closed loop. The key is that there must be long-term systematic thinking behind each small closed loop. For Dongpeng, the big closed loop has been realized, but the digitization is not complete, only in progress. Manage people well and serve terminals well. There is still a lot of room for improvement. How to continuously optimize and deliver accurately. How to use 200 million yuan to spend 300 million yuan. This is ongoing. In addition, in the process of Dongpeng's digital practice, it has accumulated first-hand experience, insights, and the ability to build digital systems. It is understood that Dongpeng has established Shenzhen Pensier Yui Digital Marketing Co., Limited, which will help more companies through an independently operated third-party service company, accelerate the pace of digital marketing and channel construction, and promote the development of industry digitalization. Right at the end. In recent years, the digitalization of marketing and channels has always been a hot topic in the FMCG industry. Many companies are talking about doing it, but the actual progress is not smooth. I have always adhered to a point of view that digitalization is still in its early stages, and researching practical cases will bring us a reference and help us refine more general guidance. This is also the reason why New Distribution has always insisted on doing digital practice case reports. As a digital benchmark, Dongpen has given the industry a successful case and a path reference. However, most of the public reports or studies stay at one or two concepts, or explanations at the technical level. This time, I systematically introduced Dongpen's digitalization process and experience thinking from an internal perspective, hoping to inspire you. In the past 2 years, I have written many digital cases, including Dongpen, and I have written systematic summaries based on various cases. If you are a practitioner in the field of FMCG digitalization, or concerned about the future development trend of the industry, I suggest you read it. The new distributor continues to pay attention to the development of digitalization, and there will be more exciting reports one after another. Welcome to continue to pay attention.